Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out the new Babyhawk-R 3-inch model. A few changes here for the larger version. Obviously they're going to the 3-inch arms versus the old 2-inch arms on the first version. They are going to some smaller motors. They're the same 1106 EMAX motors, but now they're 4500 kV instead of 6000 kV. And of course they're going to the larger 3-inch prop here. This is the new Avant Mini. You can see here it's got sort of the same shape as the Avant, the 5-inch Avant prop, and pretty nice prop. I'll talk a little bit more of that in the flight demo. But pretty much everything else is the same. You got the same camera. You got the same flight controller stack here. It's the EMAX Mini Magnum, which has got the F3 board plus the 13M400 AC. Basically, the frame structure is the same on both models. They're just swapping in the 2-inch arms for the longer 3-inch arms, as you can see here. Now, the arms are 3 millimeters thick, but the width on the 3-inch arms is the same as the 2-inch arms. I was a little surprised that they didn't beef it up a little bit, because it does look a bit skinny compared to the 2-inch arm, and it's about a little over 6 millimeters in width. And I think that with a longer arm like this, it would have been nice to just get a little bit more width there, maybe like 7.5 millimeters, just to hold up better on crashes. Obviously, in a crash, if you break an arm, you can get replacement arms, which is kind of nice. You can just unscrew these 3 screws here and pull an arm out, and obviously switch the motor out and then go and fly again. So, yeah, but it would have been nice to have a little bit thicker arm there, a little bit wider arm, just in case it would hold up better in some crashes. Now, obviously, going with the original 13 amp 4-in-1 AC, they had to lower the kV of the motor. Otherwise, going to a larger prop like this on the same 6000 kV motor probably would burn out the ESCs. So you don't quite get as much power as you would expect, say on a bigger motor, say like a 1408 or something of that nature in the 4000 kV. So some of you guys out there are wondering if this is faster than the Diatone GT M3 that I reviewed a few days ago. This is definitely not faster than that one. That one has a 1408 4000 kV motor on the same 3-inch prop, but way more power on that motor versus an 1106. It's like apples and oranges. There's a big difference between an 1106 motor and a 1408 motor, even on 4S. Now, one advantage I did find going to the lower kV motor and the bigger prop, so 4500 kV on the 3-inch prop, versus the 2-inch Babyhawk setup, is that you get much longer flight times on 3S. So I was flying around with this GNB 550 milliamp hour 3S battery, and I would get maybe close to 3 minutes on the 2-inch version, depending on how I'm flying with this battery. Obviously, more aggressive on the throttle to keep it in the air. On the same battery on the 3-inch model, I was consistently getting 5-minute flight times on the 550. And if you're more cruising around, even just a little bit more than I was, not as aggressive on the throttle, you might be able to go even longer. So if you're looking for longer flight times, this model and a 3-inch model is definitely one to check out on 3S. Unlike the Diatone that I reviewed a couple days ago, I was running a 650 4S on that one, and I was barely getting 2 minutes, but that thing was a rocket ship compared to this model. Okay, so the weight of the 3-inch model here comes in at about 93 grams with the props and everything, just no battery. So yeah, obviously at 93 grams it's heavier than the 2-inch model, but we got 3-inch props here, so I think it's got maybe a little bit more power than the 2-inch model in 3S, and on 4S for sure. It flies differently from the 2-inch model, that's for sure. And because it does fly differently, they did include 2 PID profiles on here. PID profile 1 is for 3S lipos, and PID profile 2 is for 4S lipos, and I flew both of them. They did tune this at the factory, which is pretty nice, and I think that more manufacturers that build ready flies like this should do that for sure. And I actually flew the profiles exactly the way they came out of the box. I didn't touch them all. All they did was I bound my receiver and checked for failsafe, and I changed the video transmitter channel to the channel I like, and put the props on, and I went and flew it. So without any further ado, I'll go ahead and I'll show you the flight demo.